Well,
just curious.
I would say it offends the left, right, and center. So
Okay. Well, then we can work with that.
okay, I don't want you to get in trouble.
No,
So
no, no, no. That's fine. Rhyme or free, it doesn't matter to me. It's my bad poetry. Good day and welcome to My Bad Poetry, a podcast where we take a deep dive into our poems from youth, yesteryear, or even yesterday, always asking the question, why in the world did I write this? I'm Aaron.
And I'm Dave.
And today we have with us the author of Terms and Conditions of Endearment and Words Alone. Yet his words alone here today may not be as endearing. Erick Garske, welcome to My Bad Poetry.
thank you, Aaron. Thank you, David. I'm pleased to be here.
Yeah, well, it's just a joy to have you on, and I'm so glad that you reached out. So Words Alone is your newest collection, correct?
That's right. It came out in August, and it was curated over the last year and a half. But it contains poems as old as 10 years ago.
Okay. Nice. So, and that's a full collection, right? Not a chapbook like your previous one.
Yeah, it contains about 80 poems.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, lovely. So that was a very brief introduction. Is there anything else that you would like our dear listeners to know about yourself before we get going?
Yeah, I'm twice nominated for a Pushcart Award.
Oh, great.
So I was nominated last year and nominated actually this year.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
Very exciting. And your previous career, did I read you did coding or engineering of some kind, or?
Yeah, I was a software engineer and software engineering manager for a Canadian company called OpenText.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this venture into poetry, would you say it's newer for you, or is it something that's been a lifelong passion?
It's not new. Actually, I'm 63 years old, and I started writing when I was in high school, and I was first published in a poetry zine all the way back in 1982.
Wow.
And I had a couple poems published in there, and there were actually some familiar names that were in that early edition, including Andrei Krusescu, who was a commentator for NPR.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, and there's some other ones as well.
That's fun. Awesome. Well, let's get into the realm of bad poetry. So, Dave, what have you hastily written for this week?
So I wrote a haiku
Uh-oh.
because I couldn't come up with anything better.
Okay.
And this is called Appalling Appellation Attempts. I could never name a guitar. That's just way too pretentious. Different Dave Zaster. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Dave, are you a glutton for puns?
No!
Dave Zaster?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
So we're different Dave Zaster.
Yeah.
Is that your attempt at a name for a guitar, or are you saying I will never name a guitar because it would be a disaster?
I just got a new guitar, and I'm never going to name a guitar because it's just not worth it for me. I'm a different kind of Dave Zaster.
I don't think I get it. I mean, you are a disaster. I get that.
There's nothing to get. This is not deep. This is just me being a moron like normal.
Okay. Well done, Dave. You truly gave us a bad, hastily written poem.
Just straight up garbage. I get it.
Oh. Well, it was humorous in its attempt. And Erick, you said that you have brought us some humorous poetry that might offend all of our ears. So, yes, I'm very curious as to how this will go. But let us begin with what you have brought for us today. Do you want to go in order? It seems like you've given us 2 poems. Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So is there one that you would like to start us off with?
Yeah, I'd like to start off with the one. It's called Photo Stock, which is after Woodstock by Joni Mitchell. Okay. I came upon a child of dawn. He was walking along the mall, and I asked him, "Where are you going?" And this he told me. "I'm going on down to Donald's farm. I'm going to join a protest band. I'm going to camp out on the land. I'm going to try to get my party free. We are starstruck, and his hair is golden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the rose garden. Then can I walk beside you? I have come here to lose the smog. I can feel to be a cog in something turning. Well, maybe there's something in the time of the elector, or maybe it's the time of the man. I don't know who I am, but you know, life is for learning. We are starstruck, and his hair is golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the rose garden. By the time we got to the photo stock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere there were chants and insurrection. And I dreamed that I saw the boomers riding shotgun in the sky, and we turned into butterflies above our nation. We are starstruck, billion-year-old carbon, and his hair is golden, caught in the devil's bargain, and we've got to get ourselves back to the rose garden.
Okay. Well, Erick,
To put it gently, where were you on January 6th?
I was, I was in Baltimore
okay.
during COVID, and I was there at that time, and I did get an invite, but I didn't go. I had work to do. So,
Fascinating. Okay.
yeah,
So you have an alibi to back yourself up there?
that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Erick, I don't know what we're dealing with here. But I'm unfamiliar with the song Woodstock. So are you playing with Joni Mitchell's cadence here?
You're not familiar with the song
No,
Woodstock?
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of dated myself here, but it's this was her interpretation of what it was to be at Woodstock. Although she never went, she wrote a tribute, which called Woodstock, and this is when I wrote this. I took the original lyrics of Woodstock word for word and just kind of rewrote it.
Oh, okay.
So if you were to compare the original lyrics, you would see that there's a little bit of liberal sampling of the of the original lyrics. So
Sure.
there's no mistaking that there's. But I do give her credit. So it's
Yes.
Are you familiar with ekphrastic?
Yes. Yes.
I could say that this is really kind of an ekphrastic poem, which pays homage to the original work. So
Okay. Yeah. And you give that credit. Yeah, it's an after poem. Lovely. Okay. So what is photo stock? It's capitalized as 2 words here. That's not a street in Washington D.C., is it? Or
no, it sort of references the fact that a lot of political events are photo ops. Yeah, and also as a play on the original title of Woodstock. So
Right.
yeah, so I called it Photo Stock.
Okay. Interesting. So you bring us this poem. Give us some context here.
Well, it's a reimagining of the Woodstock tribute repurposed for the retelling of the events on January 6th.
Uh-huh.
It's an anthem of the Democratic left appropriated for the right. And what you may or may not know, there's always there seems to be some issues with, the left getting their feathers ruffled whenever there's a song by an artist that's appropriated by the right or the Republican Party.
True.
So that's in that context, it's offensive. I posted it to Reddit.
Okay.
And they to the Joni Mitchell subreddit. It wasn't well received. So
I could believe.
yeah.
You were trolling on Reddit, Eric?
I know. How did I stumble upon that?
Oh my.
Yeah. And I guess they took exception to it calling it a protest.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also another thing that could be offensive is, there's part of the original lyrics. It says, "We are stardust, we are golden." And I rewrote that to say, "We are starstruck, his hair is golden," because we're sort of captivated by his celebrity.
Sure. And very curious, the line that caught in this devil's bargain. What is that a direct lyric as well, or?
That was retained from the original lyrics of Woodstock. So that was part of that came across, not changed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there is that tradition of like sometimes political rallies, you'll hear like a Bruce Springsteen Born in the USA being blared over loudspeakers, and then Bruce Springsteen will come out and say, "Please do not use my songs," right? So you're playing with that, and that you take this Joni Mitchell song and you're putting it within the context of this right wing movement that happened on January 6th.
Correct. Yeah.
Got it.
That's a good way to summarize it. So
okay.
yeah.
And I'm trying to. You have your spoken character. You came upon a child of dawn. It almost sounds like idolatrous in that way. Instead of child of God, you've replaced it with dawn. But you have this character I transitioning into a we. So, as the speaker, are you putting yourself in that position, or is it an imagining?
It's sort of an imaginative one, and it relies heavily on the original lyrics.
Okay.
So as far as being first person or third person, that perspective was retained from the original lyrics. So I didn't change that.
So then you said you posted this to the Joni Mitchell subreddit, and that didn't go super well.
No, they've confiscated my poetic license. So
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to. Yeah.
Where do you think you would find an audience for this?
Ooh.
I read it before in person at a bookstore in Orange, before the election. Mm-hmm. So I just read that, and I mean, it was, they heard it, but I've only performed it once before, and because I'm in California, I'm not going to really read it, and I haven't really submitted it anywhere for publication. So I think that as far as the audience goes, I think I found it right here on your show.
It's a poem without a home, for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Before we officially started recording, you said it's offensive to left, right, and center, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think anyone who reads it would somehow see themselves in it, find offense to it.
I could see that. I mean, like, really ticking off the Joni Mitchell fans. But also, I think those who are in, like, the Trump camp, this accusation of starstruck, or with this the sense of a devil's bargain at foot. And you do mention there's chance and insurrection, so you do name that side of the equation. Yeah, it's hard to pin this one down.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, it is. At least I offend everybody equally, I think so.
There you go. There you go.
So, yeah, I can't be accused of bias.
Offensive to all, good to none.
Yeah.
You truly have found the sweet spot for this.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you've brought us a second one as well. I don't want to move on before you're ready to, but I'm curious. Anything else from this photo stock before we move on?
No, I think that was a good summary. I'm glad that I'm happy with your feedback. Yeah.
It has seen the light of day in maybe the best way here on My Bad Poetry. Okay. Yeah. So then we move to your second submission for us today, Parallel Poetry Universe. And it has a subtitle as well.
So, Parallel Poetry Universe, Pretentiously Maudlin Platitudes. In a parallel poetry universe, I receive a 6-figure advance against the promise to complete writing a single haiku, writing 1 syllable a week, while at a writer's retreat in Hawaii for 4 months, and on the flight home to Malibu, having written nothing, finish the haiku on the back of a cocktail napkin while in first class. In a parallel poetry universe, I trade the cocktail napkin for all the artwork in the Louvre, and the Louvre exchanges the manuscript for all the gold bars in Fort Knox, Tennessee. In a parallel poetry universe, the wrinkled cocktail napkin with a hastily scrawled verse has been adopted as the world's new reserve currency. In a parallel poetry universe, a newly hired janitor sweeps the remaining gold dust from the floors of Fort Knox, discovers the napkin, picks it up, blows his nose, and discards it into the gold dust bin. Thank you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, which is kind of nice because it kind of dovetails into Dave's haiku.
Yes!
Yeah.
There was a perfect coincidence that Dave hastily scrawled a haiku today. And you're saying that in this universe, a single haiku could be worth all the gold of Fort Knox.
And in fact, in this parallel poetry universe, it could actually be Dave's haiku.
It could be.
I don't think there's a parallel universe where that haiku is worth anything.
Okay.
I actually find this one pretty enjoyable, but I also see where you truly you expressed it very well at the beginning of the show. It's like the humorous poem is already kind of a niche within a niche, right?
That's true. I mean, when you think, and I think about poems that kind of use the technique of humor, there aren't many, and there aren't very, very many poets who specialize in comedic poems. There's one that comes to mind. His name is Ogden Nash.
Yes.
Familiar with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wrote the world's shortest poem. Do you know that one?
I think I've heard the title.
Oh, the poem is Lines on the Antiquity of Microbes. And the poem is Adam Hadam. Yeah.
That's quality writing.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but you're totally right. The humorous poet is tends to be regulated more to like children's poetry, or to more tawdry. So I mean, like the limericks are either Shel Silverstein, Dr. Seuss. Those are the humorous poems and poets that. But what you're doing here is you're still playing with more kind of mature styles of poetry and not like the bouncy, flowing limericks and Dr. Seussian made up words. So it feels like a genre out of time, or like a genre without a home. Does that make sense?
But you missed the greatest You missed the greatest comedic poet of all time.
Huh?
His name is Al Yankovic, Weird.
That's true.
That is true.
I'm just saying.
And he does parodies of songs as well, bringing it back to photo stock. But
There's also Jeff Ross, who had at one point, that was one of the staple of his stand-up act. He would do something similar to a limerick, and then there was also Andrew Dice Clay, who I think in the 1980s would take children's poems and he would spice them up.
Sure.
Yeah.
So in this parallel poetry universe, I think of like Picasso, or there's some of those people that are so famous. Like if you have a napkin with a scrawl of like a sketch of their work and a signature, like Antiques Roadshow will say it's worth $500 or something.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's like you're kind of naming that there's this strange sense of value given to certain works of art, but not all works. And so in a parallel universe, one haiku could, am I reading this right?
It could. I see. Yeah, I see. It's so there are pieces of work of art, maybe by some celebrities. Again, we're kind of going full circle back to the first poem. If there is something that a famous actor or singer, and maybe they write some poetry, it's given a greater credence.
Sure. You slap a name on
value.
it and then it's valued more. Yes.
Yeah. And for instance, I mean, even for some books, the author's title is, in bold and large letter, and the title name is kind of a subtitle there.
Right. The author is the selling point.
It's almost like a brand, a famous, some branding that you're really, and also there's some virtue signaling going on there with some names.
Sure, I think a lot of people it's you're naming that kind of celebrity idolatry culture, where in your parallel universe, you're the one who writes a haiku, and just because of that name recognition alone, you've paid off your you've earned that first class position, and then the Louvre buys it, and for all of the art.
Oh, and I did write this before the famous heist. And by the way, I did not trade my poems for the crown jewels of the French royalty.
Do you have an alibi for that day, Eric? We got to make sure.
Yes. I have an alibi for my parallel universe.
Okay, good.
There you go.
So, what do you think doesn't work for this poem?
Well, I think it's a little bit, it's self-important. Some poems are very self-important, and not only does it show it, it tells the reader what to think. And any poem that mentions heavenly stars or tortured souls or some injustice that makes some sort of moral judgment that we can universally agree on is a candidate for some kind of a self-important poem. I think in that respect, I think this poem speaks to me, and it would say, why haven't I been nominated for a Pushcart Award? And to that I would reply, well, you haven't been published, and in fact, you've been rejected, and today you're being publicly humiliated.
Yeah, the poem kind of speaks for itself. It's like, in a parallel universe, this would work. However, in this universe, as we read it, it doesn't work. And I think you've named it. It tells you what to think. It doesn't hide any subtlety. It's like, oh, you think this is a value? No, the janitor blows his nose in this scrap of paper at the end. I mean, you point out how those pretentious works are empty in the end when examined.
Yeah, exactly. They're platitudes. They're something that's it's a word that's overused. It's used so much that it's lost its meaning.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. So to get back to your title here, your subtitle, you name pretentious platitudes. You decide to add the word maudlin. Am I saying that? Maudlin.
Maudlin, yeah.
Yeah, maudlin. So, why that word?
It means overly sentimental. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And you know the word. It's not commonly used. It's also a very pretentious word. So
Indubitably, I concur.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So my question to you next is, Eric, do you ever dabble in haiku?
I do. I do. In fact, I've published in a couple haiku anthologies.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Nice.
None of them worth all the art in the Louvre?
I could try. I could see if I can negotiate some sort of a deal. See which wing of the Louvre I can take ownership of.
There you go.
So actually, I could maybe broker Dave's haiku too.
There you go. Yes. Throw it in a two-for-one.
There would be a literary agent fee though.
Yeah.
So the style you're working with here, you vary the line structure. I'm just curious, what are the other styles of like the poems that you would find in Words Alone?
In Words Alone, some of them are confessional.
Okay.
Some of them use personification or anthropomorphism. Mm-hmm. That's a technique that I use quite a bit, and I enjoy it. Oddly enough, I remember submitting to a literary journal at one point, and one of the submission guidelines specifically said, "Do not use personification." So I was really taken aback. I was offended by that. Did they know that I was going to submit something?
They had to get that coming on there. Yeah.
That means you, Eric. Stop sending us your spam mail.
But in a parallel universe, they would go, head over heels for whatever you're submitting. Would you say that this is
right.
An aspirational poem for you, Eric?
Yeah, it'd be nice. Wouldn't it be nice if I had somebody that would be during the Renaissance, the Catholic Church was always, patrons for.
Oh yes.
For arts, they'd subsidize Michelangelo and all these other great artists to do that. I'm aspiring to find a patron.
Yeah.
To to basically help me subsidize the lifestyle that I would like to become accustomed to.
Right.
The first class trips to Malibu.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to bring back the patronage model. I mean, we
should.
technically have the website Patreon, but
Yeah.
I,
Slightly
Yeah.
different.
it's a little different, yeah. But
$5 a month.
Where is my 6-figure advance? Okay.
yeah, you got to get that. I like you said earlier, you got to get that name recognition so that it really comes down to, we want you to write like a children's book, and you just
Right.
slap a
And
name
I
on
have
it.
an answer. Aaron, I have an answer for that.
Yes.
I'm going to legally change my name.
Ah.
So we're talking to Taylor Swift right now?
No, I'm going to legally change my name to New York Times bestseller.
Written
I hope
by
it doesn't
New York
cause
Times
any confusion.
bestseller. I love that. Oh, that's a good idea. Did I this is a sidetrack. We're off the gold standard, aren't we?
We have. I think it was since the Nixon administration in 1971 or 72.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still have gold.
I mean, yeah, we still have Fort Knox. I mean, it's just yeah.
Yeah, we are off the gold standard. So it's strictly a fiat currency and backed up by the taxpayer.
No.
So in a parallel universe, all those gold bars in Fort Knox would still carry the weight of the country.
Yeah. And I'd be paid in gold. So
There you go. Oh man. So this was quite a journey, Eric. I appreciate you reaching out to be on the show. Is there anything else from this poem, the pretentious poem that it is, that you would like to either lift up as context to why you wrote it, or things that you find potential in this poem, or things that you just despise and you wonder why you ever wrote it?
things that I despise I think I've already edited that out.
Okay.
This is about my third version.
Okay.
And I think that I might go back and revise it some more. There was a poet that famously said that a poem is never finished; it's only abandoned. So
yes.
at this point, I've abandoned it until I go back. I think that maybe I'll go back and refine it some more.
Do you see any of that gold dust or that sheen that might be salvageable out of this?
Do I see any of the gold dust that might be salvageable? Where I think that I could extend it some more. I have a tendency to write shorter poems,
Okay.
and I think that that's been sort of a disadvantage to me because a lot of the poems that I see published in the anthologies that I'm included in are longer poems.
Yeah, maybe this one needs a little more breath to get across either the kind of the parody of it all, or kind of the what you're trying to accomplish. Because right now it feels kind of, I don't know if it has like a, I still can't tell if it has a cynical bent or a just kind of a humorous satire. That's so if it breathed a little more, you can give it a little more of that defining voice.
Okay. Well, thanks for the feedback.
Well, I mean, I am no expert in these things. I just hear a lot of bad poems. So,
Oh, okay.
but so
Go back and refine it.
Yeah,
it's not bad enough, or I just go.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the only advice we can give.
Well, I don't know. I guess I'll have to flog myself. So
Well, we probably should wrap this up. I hear my dog in the background, I think, in need of attention.
likely story.
Yeah, right. But Eric, we do end each week with the words of a true poet. So would you be willing to read for us another one of your poems, one that you are indeed very proud of?
Yeah, thank you. I would like to do that. This is a poem actually that was nominated for a Pushcart Award for this year, and it was in the anthology called Art Inscribed, published by the Third Street Writers Group in Laguna Beach.
Cool.
And it too is an ekphrastic poem based on a work by Jeffrey Scott Rovner. It's called Second Hand. You may say that you need more time, but I've been with you every moment of your life. Take a second glance at the second hand in the second hand store, at the Cirkosov repeater watch watching you. I keep moving forward every moment of your life. It's you who is standing still, suspended, staring into my hands, waving to you to move onward with me every moment of your life. Thank you.
Nice.
Wow. I was gonna ask earlier because your title of the parallel poetry universe, but I think that answered my question. You like alliteration,
I do.
yes, and
Yeah.
you wielded it very well in that one. It's hard
Yeah,
with
thank you.
S's because sometimes you just start sounding like a snake. Oh, so what was the what's the original called? You said was it an after poem? Or
It is. It's called Secondhand by the After Timepieces,
okay.
which is a photograph of a Russian stopwatch, and the artist is, or the photographer is Jeffrey Scott Rovner.
Okay. Now, my question with this poem, because it really makes you think, and I love that about it, is that you say you like personification. Are you personifying time itself? It feels like it's either like I don't know, like a parent talking to a child, or like, is it time inviting someone to move forward as the second hand ticks away?
It is. It's sort of like the personification of the stopwatch, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Looking back and talking to you, and also it does a little bit of wordplay with the word second, the second glance at the second hand in the second hand store.
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah,
I loved that part. It
yeah,
was adding layer with each second. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. And you said that is a pushcart nominee of this year, correct?
correct. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
This has been My Bad Poetry.
Now you go write some of your own bad poetry.
And then post it on the subreddit and see who gets mad at you and who appreciates it. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, Eric, we are we're done here, but we need to we need to record. Sorry.
Man, we're good at
Yeah,
podcasting.
we are
Would
great.
you
Very
like me to
professional.
take? Would you like me to take the backdoor exit?
No. We gotta record the end tag.
Yes.
Rhyme free doesn't matter.